Good morning and welcome back to another episode of Work On You Wednesday here with the She Rocks at College community. My name is Clarissa and I am the creator, founder, CEO at SheRocksAtCollege.com. Every Wednesday, I go live here at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to talk about topics that will help you to become the student that you want to be, the woman that you want to be, and to really just help you to work on yourself, to work on productivity, work on your growth, right? As a person, your self-growth. So today's topic is about how to create the energy to consistently study. Often I hear students will say that they are exhausted, that they are tired, that they don't have the energy to go to school and do well at work and be a good friend, a good girlfriend, a good wife, a good mother. And so what do we do when we have all of these different plates that we're trying to juggle in the air, and we are finding that we don't have the reserve to get to everything at our maximum capacity? How do we find that energy? So what I want to address here today is that energy, like motivation, is not going to show up in your home wrapped up in a pretty little box every morning. It is something that you need to generate and that you need to create for yourself. And it happens by obviously taking care of your body, which is the only thing that can produce energy for you. If you are heavily relying on coffee and energy drinks and different things like that to get you through the day, there is something wrong. That should really alarm you to trying to find the cause of why it is that you don't have the energy to show up. You don't have the energy to study. You don't have the energy and the motivation to do what it is that you need to do. So I'm going to talk today again about some things that are not anything revolutionary. It's probably not anything that you haven't heard before. And I'm okay with beating a dead horse. I am okay with reiterating things because sometimes I feel like we need to hear things multiple times before it actually sticks and before we understand it at such a deep level that we cannot do anything but change and but take the action. So if you are complaining that you don't have energy, that you're tired all the time, that you can't concentrate because you haven't gotten enough sleep, if you're complaining about being stressed and anxious, the only person that you have to blame is yourself. Now, I understand that there are medical conditions out there. Hello, I'm a registered nurse. I know that there are medical conditions out there that make it so that people lack energy, lack focus, lack all these other things. I am not talking about that community. I'm not talking about those individuals. I am talking to the person who does not have any medical condition that is affecting their energy levels or that is affecting their mental clarity or is affecting their focus. I am talking to the quote unquote healthier individual who, because they are not taking care of themselves, are seeing that it's affecting the other areas of their life where they wish that they could perform better. If that is you, go ahead and in the comments, if you're here watching live, in the comments, just let me know that you're watching live, or if you could relate to any of what I just said, let me know that you're here. If that is you, what this episode today, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the different areas that we really need to look at. And that you need to evaluate whether you are actually putting in what it is that you can do to help you to have this energy so that you can show up more energized, prepared, focused during your academic sessions or when you are hanging out with your friends, whatever, because energy affects us in so many different levels, higher than just academics. So the first thing that we need to look at is sleep. I know. Okay, I told you it's not going to be anything revolutionary that I'm going to talk about today. The first thing that we need to look at is sleep. Okay? There have been studies upon studies upon studies that have talked about and have proven to us that in order for our bodies, our minds, our emotional states to be at their maximum performance level, we need 7 to 8 hours of sleep if we have reached adulthood. If you are not getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep every single night, and you are complaining that you're tired, that you're complaining that you don't have mental clarity, that you can't focus, that you can't concentrate, what can you do to help yourself get more sleep? I'm not talking to new moms here either. Listen, if you're breastfeeding, forget it. You're probably going to get 2 to 3 hours. I'm a labor and delivery nurse. You're probably going to get 2 to 3 hours at a time of sleep. Again, I'm talking about the normal person who isn't a mom, who doesn't have any medical condition that is affecting their ability to sleep, their ability to concentrate, their ability for their body to produce the energy that is required to function on a day-to-day basis, okay? I just need to clarify that because people get crazy up on the internet and, everybody wants to say, oh, but I'm the exception. Okay, great. If you're the exception, then this doesn't apply to you. But if you're not the exception, listen up. So sleep is so important. There have also been studies done that have shown that when we're asleep during the 7 to 8 hours that we're sleeping, what is happening in our mind is that our brain is building neural pathways. Neural pathways are the way that we learn, solidify, and memorize information. So if you want to do better in your classes, then you need to make sure that you're getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Not only is it going to help you to wake up more energized, wake up with a lot more clarity and focus, but it is crucial for you to get that sleep because when you're sleeping, that is when your brain is doing its job of helping to build the neural pathways that are going to help you to learn the information, memorize it, be able to apply it on an exam, on a paper, a presentation, or whatever it is that is being asked and required of you in your lecture hall. The second area that you need to look at is, are you taking care of your body by feeding it foods that are going to fuel it with the energy that it needs to perform its daily functions? And are you moving your body to help you to stay healthy? At the end of the day, we are animals. Yes, we're human beings, but we are built like mammals. We're animals. And animals out in nature, they move on a consistent basis. We were designed to move, not to sit at a desk all day long, but to move. So if you're not exercising or moving your body for at least 30 minutes a day, that could also be affecting your energy levels. So far, what I'm asking you to do is just to take an honest look. This channel is all about taking personal responsibility for the things it is that you want in your life. Because at the end of the day, nobody can do anything for you. If you want something, you have to do it for yourself. You have to make it happen for yourself. And in that, when you know that, when you feel that, it gives you so much power. It no longer puts you in a victim mode, but it allows you to create in your reality the life it is that you're complaining that you don't have. So here you're going to get straight up facts, straight up, let's look at what you're doing, what you're not doing, and let's own up to it, and let's start taking some action to move us in the direction that we want to go. So number one, I asked you to look at your sleep. Are you getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep? And if not, why? Why not? And have you done your research, and are you putting into place the things that are going to help you to get more sleep, like stopping using technology and these blue screens that affect the way that your body produces melatonin? Melatonin is the chemical that is released and lets your body know it is time for bed. It is generated by the cyclical sun cycle. So when the sun goes down, our bodies naturally will start producing melatonin, letting our body know, hey, it's time to go to sleep. It's called the circadian rhythm. When you use blue lights like your computer and your cell phone before you go to bed, it actually disrupts that natural cycle. And your body thinks, hey, it's still time to be awake. And it's harder for you to go to sleep. So some of the things that you can do to help you to get more sleep is to stop using any technology at least an hour before you go to bed. So that means no TV, it means no computer, it means no cell phone. Great opportunity for you to do some quiz and recall, to just look at some of your notes before you go to bed, to read a book that has nothing to do with school to help you to wind down. And make sure that you're scheduling your time to go to bed to be 7 to 8 hours before you actually have to wake up in the morning. The second area that I asked you to look at is, how are you fueling your body? So the food that you're putting in your mouth. Is it something that is going to give your body the nutrients that it needs to function? Is it something that is actually going to provide the fuel it is that you need to be able to allow your body to function? What you eat affects your concentration levels. It affects your energy levels. It affects your sleep. It's important for you to start taking care of yourself and thinking of food not just as a way to lose weight. Okay, that is going to be a natural byproduct of you feeding yourself the good foods that your body is supposed to eat. Naturally, you will start to lose weight. I want you to think as food as fuel. I want you to think about the things that you're putting in your mouth as, this is going to give me the energy that I need to be able to go and do all the things that are on my to-do list. If you know that eating a heavy meal of carbs makes you want to go to sleep, and you had planned on your schedule to study, what do you think is going to happen if you eat that meal? You're going to feel sleepy and you're going to take a nap. And then you're gonna complain and whine about how you don't have energy and how you're so behind in the schoolwork for something that you just did to yourself. So what are you feeding yourself? And if you are someone, because I've been there before, you're not sure what is considered healthy, you're not sure, what to eat to help you fuel your body. We live in a world where the internet exists. There are hundreds upon thousands upon probably millions of blogs, books, resources that you have at your fingertips. Be lucky that you live in a time where the internet exists. So that also isn't an excuse. If that's something that you're really considering changing in your life, do the research, listen to a podcast on it, go rent a book from the library on it, and start to apply the things it is that you're learning. The third area that I want you to look at is exercise. I'm going to say it again. We are animals. Yes, we're humans, but we are animals. We are mammals. We were designed to move every single day. And unfortunately, the way that our society is built right now, that the jobs that we work in sort of force us to be sitting at a desk all day long. When you're studying and you're studying all day, you're not moving, but your body needs to move, because during the movement, it is also releasing neuropeptides and a bunch of chemicals that help you to remember information better and help you to sleep better. at night because you've exhausted all of your energy so your body can fully relax at night. So you should be moving in some way, shape, or form for 30 minutes a day. I'm not talking about going balls to the walls in a CrossFit class or a spin class or anything like that. I'm talking about turning on your favorite music and dancing for 30 minutes. I'm talking about every 30 minutes that you spend studying, go outside and walk for 20 minutes. Take a break. That break is good for studying purposes as well. You can't just study for 50,000 hours straight. It's not effective. Energy is transmuted. It is created. It is not just given. The only energy that you are given is the energy that your body needs to pump blood through your system, to keep you breathing, lying down on a bed and doing absolutely nothing but blinking. Everything else, you need to help your body to generate that energy, and that comes through the form of exercise, and it comes through eating, and it comes through sleeping. It is that simple. We tend to overcomplicate things, and that's why we feel like it's overwhelming, or why don't I have the energy? And we tend to want to have easy fixes. The things that produce the best results, when you look at people who are high performers, they are not doing anything crazy and extravagant. They are doing the simple things that all of us have access to. The difference is that they are doing it more consistently. They are doing it deliberately. They are doing it consciously. That is the only difference. Read any book from any person who you consider to be highly successful, and you will find that in all of those books, they talk about exercising every day, going to sleep at a decent time, and eating healthy. They are all simple things that you and I can do. They are easy to do, but they are also easy not to do. And why are they easy not to do? Because they aren't the most fun things in the world. It's fun to stay up all night and party. It's fun to eat a pizza and ice cream and all that kind of stuff. Right? It's fun to watch Netflix and not exercise. Everything that is easy to do is also easy not to do. The only thing that is going to change your energy levels is how you approach those 3 simple things. Because energy is generated, and it is generated through sleep, through the things that you put in your body, and through exercise. And I know you're thinking to yourself, I'm so busy. I'm working 3 jobs while I'm going to school full time. I also have laundry to do. I have to cook for myself. I have to clean my house. A bunch of other things. Guess what? Everyone else has that same stuff too. We can all come up with a bunch of excuses and a bunch of limitations. It is a choice to not let those things prevent you from living out your best life. Be resourceful. Find a way, because everything is figure outable. As one of the mentors that I look up to, Marie Forleo, says, if you really want to achieve something, you will figure it out. You will do what it takes if it's important to you. Now, if it isn't important to you, if you don't want to change, then that's fine too. Keep living the life that you're living, but don't complain. Don't complain. Because complaining signifies that you don't want to live like that anymore. Complaining signifies that you wish things were different. Complaining tells people that you're sick and tired of living life that way. But if you do not plan on changing it, on doing what it takes to change it, why complain about it in the first place? Why not instead be grateful? Because you're making a choice to continue to live that way. I said at the beginning of this, and every Wednesday I go live here, and it's called Work on You Wednesday, that nothing that I talk about is going to be revolutionary. Nothing that I talk about is going to be like a secret sauce or a magic pill. I'm going to come on here and challenge you to think about your life differently. To take control of what is happening to you. To be the creator of the life it is that you want. To make a change for yourself because you owe it to yourself, because you're worthy of it, because no one else is going to do it for you. So Olive and Natural says, how long to study for a class? It depends on the class, Olive. There is no right or wrong answer and there is no perfect amount of time to study. In terms of X amount of hours will equal an A. Each class should be given the amount of time that it requires in order for you to understand the information. Now, what I will say with that is that we retain information better when we take breaks. So if you plan on studying for 6 hours today, don't study 6 hours straight without taking a break. That's dumb. Okay? That is mismanaging your energy. You're going to get burnt out. You're going to get tired. So what you do is you study for 25 to 50 minutes, you take a short break. Then you come back and do another 25 to 50 minutes. Take a short break until you finish the 6 hours, but don't study 6 hours straight. But I think what your question was referring to is there a perfect amount of time that I should be studying for each class? No. Each class should take the amount of time that it takes to help you to understand the information, because that is the goal. The goal isn't how can I do this as fast as I possibly can. The goal is for you to understand the information so that you can apply it on the exam. The goal of college is to learn. To learn information that then you can use out in the field. Hopefully, right? Depending on what you pick. So hello, Miss Diva One Love was here, Tamika was here, and Manny was here. So if anyone has any questions about how to create energy to study, go ahead and leave them now. If you were on here and you were thinking, man, you didn't say anything new, I'm so grateful that you realized that. Because you don't need new information. What you need is to take action on the information that you already have. Action is the only thing in life that produces results. The only thing. Unless you're a witch and you're a warlock, and even then you have to say a spell, i.e. take some action. So I hope that this was helpful, and tomorrow at Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we are going to have Lestrandra Alfred of the Balanced Les and the Balanced Black Girl podcast on the show. Every Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have a live show here on YouTube called She Rocks at College Live. It's a show that allows college women in their 20s and 30s to get to know each other over chat and to be exposed to new tools and resources that help them to not only succeed academically, but in their life. And tomorrow, Les is going to be talking to us about how to live healthy in college, even if you're busy. So we're going to be having a really in-depth conversation on the things that you can do to incorporate exercise into your daily life, and why it's important, and how that looks for especially people of color, women of color, because if you notice, all the Instagram influencers who talk about health and fitness are all white, tall, with blonde hair. So healthy living, how does it look like for people who look like you and me? We're going to be talking all about that and helping you to live a healthier lifestyle as a college student. So join us back here tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you haven't already subscribed to She Rocks at College, make sure that you do so now. And I will see you back here tomorrow and next Wednesday. Bye.